Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X. Happy weekend, everybody, and hope your weekend was a great one. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, all right. So, I don't know what happened. Um, I'm actually doing another take on a live show. Apparently, I don't know what happened, but one thing that we all can agree on, we're all gonna get a little bananas here. so, um, so yeah, I don't even know what happened. I remember adjusting the camera, but I guess that had something to do with it. Probably, I don't know. I have no clue what's going on anymore. So, before we get started, let's get the shout outs going and the plugs and all that good shit that we always do. Um, that we always love to talk about. Um, Big shout out to all my friends over at Gaming Pros and Otherwise and Gamer Geeks over on Facebook. Check them out. We always have a great time on there, and you'll have a great time too checking them out. So tell them Tom Dog sent you. Also, big shout out to my good friend Josh. Absolute Talk with Josh Albert, a really awesome podcast that he does each and every week on Podbean and the Podbean app. You can check it out right now. You can download it on your mobile device or iTunes, or you can check them out at absolutetalk.podbean.com. You'd be glad you did. Be sure to check that out. Also, big shout out to my good friend Jen. Why? Because it's just Jen. How's it going? And also to my good friend Marissa. How's it going with that? And then the plugs. Always the plugs, not the hair plugs. We all know I don't need them. Uh, Loot Crate. If you haven't subscribed to Loot Crate, you're missing out some awesome stuff. I just wrapped up the. I just did uploaded the unboxing for September's crate, so be sure to check that out. It's on my YouTube channel right now. Um, Show it some love with the likes and everything. Sorry, I'm a little parched. Anyways, um, so yeah, check it out. I had a really fun unboxing there, so definitely worth checking out. Um, but don't miss out on October's box, which is Cursed. Don't want to miss out on that one. There's going to be some really cool stuff in there. Um, so definitely worth checking out. LootCrate.com is your place to go for that, and you don't want to miss it. Also, you don't want to miss out on Funko.com. They have some subscription boxes as well. The Star Wars Smuggler's Bounty, the DC Legion of Collectors, Marvel Collector Corps, and Disney Treasures. You don't want to miss out on those. Check them out, Funko.com. Also, this episode is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You can trade in your old games and consoles from retro video games, accessories, and systems. You can also trade in your DVD box sets and Blu-rays. You can also trade in your sports cards and novelty items, as well as wrestling collectibles and autographed items spanning from sports, wrestling, and actors. Sorry about that. There's a couple of locations in Connecticut. You don't want to miss out on that if you happen to be in the Connecticut area and you want to check out the wonderful merchandise that they have there and a list of events that they have going on. You can check them out on their website at mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. Once again, that's mjvideogamesandcollectibles.com. Also, the She Bean Brewing Company here in Connecticut, home of the Alpaca Blanca. Um, it's a New England IPA. It's really good. I strongly suggest you check that out. If it's still available, I don't know. They have them every now and then. you can check out their website at shebeanbrewing.com, or you can follow She Bean Brewing on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the Untapped app. You can download it today. Okay. So, all right. I forgot to mention this on the. Oh yeah, I almost forgot some other stuff. Um, East Coast Comic Con. Don't want to miss out on that if you happen to be showing up here. In showing up in the for those who want to check them out. It's East Coast Comic Con at Meadowlands Expo Center in New Jersey from May 17th, 18th, and 19th in 2019. So book your tickets now. It's going to be a lot of fun. And for more on ticket information and everything like that, you can check out their website at eastcoastconusa.com. Also, you can check out culturefly.com. They have some really, really cool stuff. Um, Lots of products and everything like that. And they also have some subscription boxes too, so you might want to check them out. It's culturefly.com. Okay, so that was a mouthful right there. So yeah, I apologize for the way I'm sounding tonight. I'm a little hoarse because I ate a pony. So, um, so this is going to be a relatively short episode because not much going on. And as far as news goes, um, as far as new, as far as news goes, um, a lot of stuff going on. Um, of course, Brett Kavanaugh we've been mentioning, but um, before we even talk about Brett Kavanaugh, um, we're in the month of October, which means we're going to be having you know, our usual Halloween themed shows galore. Um, Now I know that Halloween falls on a Wednesday this month, so um, so with that being said, um, we are going to be um, doing some. We're going to be doing our usual Halloween themed episode um, of Tom Dog Plays. Just to keep everybody up to date of what we're going to be doing that. So that's going to be on Halloween, late late at night. The game I'm going to be choosing is Friday the 13th. The game we're going to be we're going to be doing that one. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do multiplayer or not, but there's also a solo player mode, so that's going to be pretty cool. So I don't know. I haven't debated on that, so it's going to be pretty interesting what's going to happen and everything. And so yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Um, change things up a little bit. Maybe I'll play the role as Jason in this one. I have no idea. So, but I'll keep everybody posted when I'm going to be doing on when that's going to be coming up, which of course is going to be on Halloween night. So it's going to be very interesting on what's to be expected. Um, Also, in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and over on Mixer, I'm going to be doing my I'm going to be doing my annual um, driving around the map and everything like that. I'm gonna be the game I'm gonna be picking is of course um, Forza Horizon 4. We're gonna be driving around there, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that because I got the Game Pass, so um, I'm gonna be checking that game out. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that, and as well as you're gonna have a lot of fun doing that as well too. Um, so it's gonna be pretty interesting of what we're gonna be doing, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So so again, I'll keep everybody posted on when I'm gonna be going on Mixer. Um, I'll, I'll let everybody know what I'm gonna be doing and everything like that. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Um, so yeah. So, so okay. So now that I got that out of the way, Brett Kavanaugh is, from what I understand, is now been picked as been confirmed to be the new Supreme Court justice, and I mean, I can steal that car, but I can't.
What brings you in today?
Bring it in the garage. But yeah, with all the stuff that's been going on
That should do the trick.
and everything, um, it really is. It really is interesting to that is going on, and and questions thrown around. You know, did he do the thing? Did he do the things that he said he did? And you know what? That hearing that he was in. That hearing, I think I brought this up last week. That hearing was ridiculous, and should never have been. It should never have been. And the fact that he was bragging about his passion for beer, um, probably wasn't the best thing. In my opinion, not the best thing for him to be doing, or addressing. I mean, and and I agree with a lot of political figures and news analysts on both sides, um, that you're being not you're going to be nominated as a Chief Justice Supreme, as a Supreme Court justice, and your duty as the head the head guy in the Supreme Court is to be fair and direct on a lot of issues. And we don't, in your passion for beer or any other alcoholic beverage, you know, or alcoholic substance, you have, a lot of people won't know if you can be trusted. And I, for one, don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit for being cautious like that because of the fact, as I said there, you're going to be playing an important role in the Supreme Court, and you have to, you know, you know, you have to prove to the people that voted you in that you can be trusted. And, let's hope that you can be trusted because with all these allegations ahead of you and everything like that, I don't know. It's like, you know, I still say it's a conspiracy. I still, that there's something that's not being that's that they're keeping the public eye from hearing. I still go by behind that because if the FBI isn't going to be interviewing this specific, a specific person, then that means, there's something going on that nobody wants anyone to know about. And if that cat gets out of the bag, well then I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, that's why I smell a conspiracy. I mean, it's plain right there. If Donnie doesn't want the FBI to get involved in this, that means something's being hidden that the public should not know about,
Nope.
and that and that particular secret is bad. So I mean, I could be wrong. You know, I have a tendency to be wrong from time to time, but I also have a tendency to be right whenever it involves Donald Trump. So, um, actually been on point on a lot of things, and to be quite honest with you, it it wouldn't surprise me if this was also the case, because as I said before, that this is a very serious that these are very serious issues here, and 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 also too, Brett Kavanaugh is considered to be a hypocrite because in the past he has said, um, and it's on record, that he is in favor of a lie detector test if one is to be administered. And when when that same question was given to him in regards to take a lie detector test to confirm these, that what you say is true, that what Kavanaugh says is true, then you should go for it. But he goes and says No, no. I have. It's like none. It's like I am not interested in taking a lie detector test. Okay, that's fine, but didn't you say that you were in favor of them, and then but now you're saying you're against it? Come on now, that doesn't make sense. And if you say that you have nothing to hide, wouldn't a lie detector test be the number one thing that you should be doing to prove that you are right? You know, to prove to everybody that you were telling the truth, and that the victim in question is, you know, out to get you in some way. And you know what? I think certain thing. I think, in my opinion, that if if a victim, if anybody's been a victim of sexual assault, harassment, or otherwise, um, in relation to, include, rape and everything like that, everything in that category, I think, in my opinion, that the attacker should be administered a lie detector test without option. It should be a straight up, if you are, you know, if you are, accused of sexual assault or rape or harassment in any form of inappropriate sex acts, it should be mandatory for the accused to take a lie detector test. Because with him, with Kavanaugh, saying that he didn't do it, and his passion, and of course he has his passion for beer. I mean, yeah, okay, you have a passion for beer. I mean, who doesn't? But as I said, this doesn't help. This doesn't help if you're being interviewed to be the to be Supreme Court justice. Just saying. Because that's again, that's just going to make you look foolish. But as I always say, it is what it is. So, but I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, I think anybody that that's there's an old saying: innocent until proven guilty. And the best device to have, the best device to use with this is, of course, a lie detector test. You could be innocent now, but it seems like everybody is against. It seems like everybody's against it when you're being accused of of murder, or a hate crime, or a sex crime, or um, or murder. Like capital murder. If you shot if you're if you shot the president and everything like that. That sort of thing. And you're like, oh, I have nothing, I had nothing to do with it and everything like that. But you're in, you're out of the same building that the alleged attacker was. I mean, come on, you know, take a lie detector test, prove, you know, prove prove to the world, and prove to yourself, and prove to everybody, including yourself, that you are 100% innocent. And that's what I don't get. I don't get, that's what I don't get. Fess up, because if you refuse a lie detector test, then that means you have something to hide. And I hate it when people that are asked to be on a lie detector test, I hate it when everybody says no. I hate that. If I committed if I committed a heinous act in America history, and but nobody knew that I did that. Let's just say that um let's just say I happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, type of thing. Um, when when a when a capital crime was committed, or federal crime, whatever the case may be, and I'm like, I had nothing to do with that, and then all of a sudden I'm asked to be a and then all of a sudden I'm asked to be a part. Would you willing to take a lie detector test? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say yes, because I have nothing to hide. So then, right then, with me saying that right then and there, it kind of proves my innocence, but it could also backfire too if you actually are found guilty. But most of the time, if you have no problem taking a lie detector, most of the, let's just say you have 5 people in one room, okay, and somebody killed the butler. I mean, somebody killed um the owner of let's just say that you're in this big mansion, and you you've been accused of a crime. Um, that that you killed Pennyworth in the study with a lead pipe. I mean, come on. I mean, one of us, one of those five individuals would be considered guilty. Is guilty. Now, if you had those 5 individuals in one room for questioning, one out of five, one out of five individual will say no to a lie detector test. Same thing with the DNA test. This could save Maury Povich lots of time and money if if someone would just fess up and say, yes, I want to take a DNA test. I want to prove that that child is not mine. Okay. But even then, sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's different. Even though it is different than a lie detector test. And I would say, well, what does this have to do with that? It's like you get to my point in a minute. You get you get the lie detector test. You know, you've been asked, you commit the heinous crime in American history, and you've been asked for a lie detector test, and you say no. That means you have something to hide. But if you can prove your innocence, then you say yes, and then there you go. Lie detector lie detector test confirmed that you were telling the truth. Now with the DNA test, that's different. That's a different story. It could be 50-50. It could be, some will say yes, some will say no, because, you know, if that one woman had sex with unprotected sex with five with the same five guys in one room, only this time instead of a murder or a crime or something like that, the victim is is sex. The subject is sex. Now, there's a big party going on. She's been tipsy and everything like that, and then all of a sudden, there's some unprotected sex going on. Now, she can have sleep with this guy, this guy, this guy, and she could be so we don't even know which one's the father. We don't know which one's the father. So, you put that in there. You put them all in there, and then all of a sudden they would get asked for a DNA testing. Okay, you put that in there, and and most of the time, all of them will say yes. Most of the time, half of them will say, 4 out of 5 will say no. 4 or 5 may say yes. You know, split right there. Say we'll say no or yes. We don't know. So it could be different. It can be different either way. So unless of course you get one of each race and ethnicity. You get one black, one white, and so forth. You get where I'm getting at. So, and then you just wait, and then you wait 9 months, see what see what race it is. Could it be mixed or could it be white? We don't know. That sort of thing. So, but going back to but if I did something that you know if there was something going on and I could prove my innocence, I have no problem taking the lie detector test. I have no problem with that because if I just happen to be in the wrong place in the wrong time and I know I didn't do it and someone's questioning me, well, you're going to have to take a lie detector test. And I said, I have no problem with that because I have nothing to hide. I'm just sitting there calmly and being chill. And it's like not nervous because because that's another thing. That's another thing. If you refuse a lie detector, if you refuse to take a lie detector test, that means again, you have something to hide. But also, if you think about, if you were no the first time, but then you're like given no choice. You're not given an option that this is now mandatory. You're like, oh shit. So, just saying, because there are places that that do require mandatory polygraph tests if you commit a heinous act. Just saying. I don't know where, but I know that it does happen. There are cases where it does happen. Just saying. So, so with Brett, so with Brett Kavanaugh saying, refusing to take a lie detector test makes me suspicious on what is really going on. And to be quite honest with you, you know, I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I do not trust him. Especially with that hearing, um, makes me makes me not trust him because again, he's the new head of the Supreme Court, and we we have to keep our eyes peeled now. We have to watch Kavanaugh like a hawk because now something could happen, and I'm like, okay, didn't he ensure us that he says what he says, and then he turns out to be not what we wanted? I'm telling you, it could happen. It could happen. Just putting it out there. It's it is one of those days that it could happen. But I hope it doesn't happen. Because this time I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong about this. So, but I'm gonna keep an all, keep a close watch on him. Make sure that he does his job well, and if he does well, then maybe I will admit that I was wrong about my judgment on him, and I'll be the first to admit that. But in the meantime, I have to stand my ground, just like I did with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, he's another one. you know, he has a lot of demons that he has a lot of things to hide, and to be quite honest with you, it scares me. It literally scares me, and I hope that it doesn't come down to a point where oh sorry, where that all hell breaks loose because it's getting close to it. It really is. It's really getting close to it, folks. And I hope it doesn't because I don't want to live in a society where our children are not safe. I mean, even though there are school shootings that are still happening, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are school shootings that are happening still, and it's sad that we do that. And but still, I just want that madness to end. I really do. So, but then again, we have November to look into. So let's just hope that everything turns out for the best. Meanwhile, let's push the envelope a little bit. Time now for the Channel X Top 5. And this one's a doozy because this one is really, really cool. And, or interesting, I should say, not cool. Um, this past week, um, a lot of people received a text received a text alert from one Donald Trump in regards to the emergency broadcast system. Um, so we have a so this is very interesting. Um, because this was apparently this was a test of the emergency broadcast system. I guess they're updating their systems from what I gather, and and this came as a shock to everybody because nobody expected it. So a lot of people were having fun with it, and I got to thinking, you know what? I need to have some fun with this too. So I came up with 5 things that um. So I got to think, what were some of the messages that what was the message that was really said? Um. So I mean, I know that it really said the emergency broadcast system, but what if there was more to that? So I came up with some 5 good ones. And instead of me doing this, I'm going to everybody knows that I talk like Donald Trump. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my voice over to Donald Trump's voice and go ahead and do the top 5 that way. Alrighty. And we're going to do this the great way. Drunk Trump. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Mikey, Nike, write this down. I got 5 things to say to the American people on their phones. That doesn't involve Twitter. Alright, ready, Nike? Write it down. Number 5. I embezzle. N- num- Nike, write this down. Number 4. Stormy, what are you wearing? Nike, Nike, are you writing this down? Number 3. This isn't an alert message. It's fake news. Nike, I don't see you writing it down. I don't know what Don's relationship with Mike Pence, but it's a closed one. We're so close. Number 2. This isn't this isn't Donald Trump. It's Crooked Hillary. I'm deleting another email. See, it's fake news. Nike, The hell's the matter with you? Write it, write it down. Okay. The number one thing I'm gonna say in the next text alert. Friend me on Pokemon Go. Friend code is 54820. Oh, wait a minute. Those are launch codes. Oh, man. And that was your top five. Top five. Top five. Talking like Donnie Jump again live. Doing the top five. Yeah, I figure I'd throw this off the cliff. Okay, that was humanly impossible. That, I guess, I don't know. Ah, crap. Ah, shit. I'm gonna miss the train. Yep, I missed the train. I Alright, I'm gonna have to wait. Huh, that's funny. I still have my armor. This car got jacked up. Hold on a second. I got an idea. I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that. There we go. I'm sorry, but that was just bothering me. There we go. And now we play the waiting game. So yeah, I was shocked when I got that text message. I'm like, at first when I thought about that, when I got that, I was like, oh shit, he must have heard what I said about him. Oh, Here we go. Don't touch a thing. think this could be. I think this could be the time where I actually blow up. Oh shit! Oh man! God, that was so crazy. I can't believe it's still drivable.
I work for good people. Sí, pensamos lo mismo.
Damn, this car got fucked up. so, I thought that this was gonna blow up because I didn't put armor on this. As you saw. That is crazy. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. Um, so I'm just tired right now. So, um, be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Leave a comment down below about what you thought about the text alert that you got from Donald Trump. Um, and ringy dingy that bell so that you can stay notified on when I'm going to be doing or I'm going to be turning on that camera next. And more importantly, more than anything in the world, and I love you dearly for it, and that's face hug that subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care. So long. Peace.